hope everybody is doing well. Well, congratulations! The Dow Jones is now 30,000, and I've told you many of my previous video that I'm looking very bullish short term and, of course, in the next several years or so. And guess what? The market has jumped higher and higher than ever. The Dow Jones, once again, just broke 30,000. And I know it's hard to believe that so many people are struggling, but I've told you this before, the market does not really reflect the actual economy and how the average person is doing. And not to mention, the NASDAQ went up, although the NASDAQ has been underperforming in the last 2 months or so because people, I guess, are not so optimistic with Zoom and all these other companies out there. NASDAQ is not at its all-time highs, especially the NASDAQ 100. If we look at precious metals, gold and silver, they haven't been doing so well. This is why I am not really a gold bug. I don't listen to all these doom and gloom channels so much. Oil went up, certainly at its highest level in March. So where are we headed? But before I get to that, what's going on? Now, a lot of people are optimistic about the vaccine, Janet Yellen, a lot of different issues, but it's largely because companies are optimistic. You look at the fiscal flows, you look at a lot of different things, earnings. That's what's really sounding the markets. Long term, whether you look at the next several years, I remain optimistic, but again, it all depends on the mortgage rate. If the mortgage rate starts going up, real estate market starts to get hit because mortgage rates are very, very low, what's going to happen is we're going to see a similar rhyming effect of the mid to late 2000s, and we're going to have another significant downturn in the equity markets. Short term, I'm remaining very, very optimistic. I really just don't see another correction coming anytime soon, although we'll have to check out the news. So, what do you guys think? How's the next few weeks going to play out? Normally in late November and December, markets look really, really good. They did last year, if I could recall. Now, switching off gears, have I told you, believe it or not, that Jim Murren certainly has given a lot of negative impacts to our state, to our local economy? And did you think that he was going to go away? Well, think again. Now, I've heard that he did sell his house, and I've heard rumors that he fled to Costa Rica. I'm not sure, but news reports coming out that he is now becoming part of the Cirque Soleil production. So he's still having some indirect impact over the tourism sector. Don't think just because they resign as CEOs that they're not going to pull their fingers and their strings out of everything. So we have to watch out about what's going on. And I'm going to tell you something, as long as these guys are going to have an influence, not to mention the unions and all these other organizations and corporations, this area is going to remain pretty damn dirty. All right? So you let me know what's going on. A lot of things are still ongoing. They haven't been halted. There's still a lot of housing construction going on, and I'll do videos exposing them. So you let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much. Please share, subscribe.
Cyrus, what's your question or comment?
Well, just regarding my comment, I mean, it's amazing how the party, the Democrats, have been hijacked to be the party of identity politics. And all of this identity politics helps the very few and wealthy special interests. And you have to understand that Biden and Kamala got millions from Wall Street. And I know that housing market is overvalued, and I think very likely they're going to use that opportunity if they get in. Once the financial system tumbles again, they're probably going to get more bailouts. And I think a lot of their supporters are going to be betrayed, but this is going to show that, you know, their whole tactics of attacking the rich is going to be very hypocritical.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. That's a great point, because I think you are going to see a great deal of bailouts. I mean, Biden has already admitted that when he takes that oath and he becomes the president at 12:01 on January 20th, 2021, he's going to roll back everything that President Trump did. He's going to roll back the abortion stuff. He's going to roll back the healthcare stuff. He's going to do everything he can to undo what President Trump did. And I believe he's going to try to bail out everybody and their brother. We all know there's not going to be a stimulus package anytime soon because Nancy and Chuck and the rest of them, they can't get their act together and they're going to have to count some electoral votes soon. And trust me, they're not going to do anything until the end of the year. But they're going to try to do stimulus that's going to bail out the airlines, that's going to bail out the hotels, that's going to bail out everybody and their brother. And it's going to hurt us a great deal. Now, due to the news of these vaccines that are coming out, the stock market is just kicking butt today. But Wall Street is going to be hurting again very, very soon if this Biden administration takes over and does exactly what they're threatening to do. It is a very, very, very scary time. And that, my friends, is why we saw so many people descend on Washington, D.C. this weekend just to fight for basic rights and freedom.